welcome to PC Bros.
Hey, how's it going?
What the heck is this?
This is a PC that my son gave me, and I just want to know what it's worth.
This one's a little outside my expertise. I think I need to call in an expert.
My name is Bartholomew Tubes. I'm the expert that they call in whenever they need someone who really knows what they're talking about on liquid-cooled gaming PCs. So Matt, what do you got here?
Thanks for coming in, Mr. Tubes. So what we have right here is, I think, custom loop computer, but I'm not entirely sure.
That does appear to be a custom loop based on my expertise and my PhD. I would probably say it's pretty old based on that motherboard. I probably wouldn't offer much more than $200 for this system.
200 bucks, 200 bucks? Okay, I think I can work with that.
I mean, since Mr. Tube said $200, I think 300 sounds about fair.
How about 150?
You're really pulling my chain. All right, 150 it is.
150 sounds good, and we're gonna take a look at this thing after a word from today's sponsor. Attention PC builders, do you want to save money on your Windows activation? Well, today's video sponsor, GVG Mall, has you covered. An awesome online marketplace with game keys and also Windows licenses.
It's awesome how easy it is to activate Windows. You literally just buy a key on GVG Mall using code TB20 to get a really good discount, and from there, you literally copy and paste the key into Windows, and boom, you now have an activated version of Windows.
You can get Windows 10, Windows 11, and a bunch of other different keys at GVG Mall. And be sure to use code TB20 on checkout to save money on a Windows 10, Windows 11, or any other key from GVG Mall. Big thanks again to GVG Mall for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get into it, shall we?
So you guys probably couldn't tell because we were great actors, but what really happened is a customer brought in this exact PC. He didn't actually know much about it either, besides that it had a 2nd Gen i7, and that's about it. Just a big liquid-cooled gaming PC. And so we decided to give him on trade-in $150 worth of value just because it's very dated. The actual block itself has some cracking on it, and we don't even know if it works.
Yeah, we don't really necessarily know what full state this is in. We could turn this on and it could just be exploding everywhere. I mean, that'd be kind of funny, but we're gonna take this side panel off so you guys can get a better look at this thing because it is an old, well, Thermaltake case is what we were able to gather. We'll probably do more research to figure out the specific model, but this was sold from Titan Rig, which they still exist. They sell a lot of water cooling gear. Really top of the line EVGA board, RIP EVGA. And everything is in a custom loop here, which again, the fluid is a bit, well, nasty. It was clear fluid and it definitely has been through it. It's got some gunk. It does have EK water blocks stuff, which they're kind of underwater right now too, considering water cooling. But all in all, this is an interesting system that we need to discover the specs of first. We probably need to turn it on and make sure it actually works and see what we can work with here, if there's anything we can actually do to it.
And that's one thing that we're gonna do, which I guess go ahead and press the power button, wherever that may be.
I'm scared.
We're gonna confirm specs, and then we wanna figure out how much this would have cost to build back in 2012, because that would have been about the era that this would have existed.
This is weird. This is an RGB block. Like, something about this era is weirding me out.
That might be a little updated, maybe.
Okay, so it did post. We're going into Windows.
Oh, well this might be great. If there's no password, we can find out right away what specs we have.
I don't like the noise. Bub. All right, I don't know what's gonna pop up. You never know with these PCs on trade-in.
You never know what's gonna come with that.
All right, so we're running good old Windows 10. All right, good. So let's go ahead and look at Task Manager. The grand reveal. Well, CPU, oh, it was at 100%, so I'm a little scared. CPU is i7 2600, which is
not even a K.
Not even a K for a custom loop. Someone made a business decision here. We got 16 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. Not super exciting. I remember looking in the back, we'll open that up. There was a hard drive and an SSD, which the SSD does have Windows on it, thank God. And then there's a 1 terabyte hard drive. Now, this is the part we don't really know. We were told a GPU that we thought it could be. And if that's what it is, I'm gonna be really shook right now. It's a Titan!
Oh!
Okay, so I didn't want to say anything, but on the block, it says this is an FC Titan card. So this is an original GTX Titan.
Oh, okay.
So that's
really cool.
That's actually really cool. So, John, do you know about the Titan cards?
Nothing.
He knows nothing about the Titan line. So the Titan line was basically before like 4090 or like the 3090. They had the 80 series card, then the Titan line was just kind of the balls of the wall NVIDIA graphics card they used to go with, all the way up to like probably the 3090, right?
Yeah, I think, wasn't the Titan the first ever card to pass $1,000 or like hit 1,000?
Yes, it was the first one to be $1,000. That's when $1,000 for graphics card was absolutely insane. This one right here, I think MSRP for $999 back in what, 2013, which is insane for a graphics card. But Yeah, it has 8 gigs of VRAM, which again would have been insane back in, actually no, it has 6, never mind. The first one has 6 gigs of VRAM, which still would have been pretty insane. So I think a lot of cards were 2 gigs, weren't they?
Oh yeah, I was rocking 1 gig cards back then for sure. So, I mean, hey, someone put a lot of money in the system. Like I said, we're gonna do some actual math and calculate some of the liquid cooling components as well, but we definitely want to give you guys the full rundown of these specs because this is just really cool. You don't see these every day.
Yeah, we never get these on trade-in. And also, we try to avoid custom loops to begin with when we can because they are a pain to deal with. This one, luckily, is using soft tubing. Hardline tubing is a lot harder to work with. It has multiple pumps here, right? Because we have one here and one here.
Yeah, and this is one thing, Jonah, I don't know how well the camera can see it, but we see the stress fractures on the acrylic there. That was another reason why we kind of had to go a little low on the price, you know, besides not really knowing the condition or how well it's working. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of factors to this that this is cool for if you at home wanted to buy something like this. Yes, you definitely could have paid more for it, but we're a business. We got to resell it. We got to have some type of warranty with it. So naturally, with it being in the state that it's in, it needs a lot of work and testing in order just to resell it for even a few $100.
It's very similar to the Cosmo system we bought. It's been several months now where that thing is so gargantuan, the customer just wanted to get rid of it. Same situation. Didn't really know much about it, wanted to get rid of it, so we're able to offer them a price to where like, hey, even if this thing doesn't turn on, we'll make out pretty good.
I like this too. They're just like not even mounted.
And like everything's just kind of sitting here. And then we have this light strip.
Which that needs to go.
Which, look how it plugs into the back of this with like a separate power plug, which we don't even have, I don't think. But hey, this is weird. I guess we'll show you guys the back of it real quick. Again, this has been upgraded. We got silicon power SSD.
Oh yeah.
2013 era, that would have not been a thing. This hard drive is, what year are we looking at on this hard drive? 2017, April of 2017. So again, that would have been a little bit newer. This power supply is a 1,000 watt GQ from EVGA.
That's a win. Okay.
That's a bit newer. I mean, that's at least probably like a 2017, 2018 era power supply. So I'm thinking a lot of this, like some of the other core components may have been upgraded over time, or they were just incredibly overkill at the time. I don't know, the story and timeline of this is a little bit weird. So we're gonna do what Jackson was saying. We're gonna figure out the exact full specs of this thing, maybe figure out a price back in the day what this thing could have been worth, and yeah, get to fixing her up because we can give her a new life, a good new life.
Let's do it.
While Jackson is getting all the stuff together, it just shut down on me. I was installing Steam and everything, and we just had like a hard power shutdown where everything flickered and just went kaput. I'm gonna try to get a temperature readout on here as soon as possible. Hopefully, I wouldn't think it's liquid cooling related, but yeah, we're gonna have to verify that because we have some issues with it already. So we're idling right now, and that CPU is at 82 degrees Celsius, and we're running at 136 megahertz on the i7. Oh boy. Hey Jackson.
Yeah.
So do you think when a CPU is idling at 83 degrees Celsius and running at 100 megahertz, you think that's cool?
I would say that's hot.
I think that's a little hot.
Is the liquid moving?
It looks like it. I mean,
Is it hot?
I don't know why it's running that hot. There's no way the gunk could be that bad. Yeah, I don't think the liquid's moving. So the pumps might be bad. But yeah, this thing is not cooling effectively. So we're gonna shut that down. We're gonna finish our calculations here. Then we gotta figure that out because that makes it a little bit more difficult. Because at that point, if we are gonna fix this thing properly and if it pumps bad, we need a different pump and we're gonna have to drain that thing. McAllister. Okay, so after some investigating, we're draining this thing.
Yeah, we don't think well, I say we don't think, we're pretty much positive that the fluid is not moving at all. So I think what my plan is here, I'll go ahead and turn this off. We're gonna basically take this hose off because it's pretty low in the loop and it's one of the easiest to get to. And then basically just kind of run it through here, drain it into that bucket. We're probably gonna get a little bit of water in some places we don't want to here, but you know, it is what it is. This is part of this is why we don't like these things, guys.
This is why we offer bottom of the barrel prices, because we don't want them. We really don't, I swear.
But we always end up with them somehow.
We always end up with them. Oh, this is tight.
I know, I thought it would have like just slid right off. And the other thing is they use like no clamps on this build. It has like just clamps in random spots, like here and here.
Someone who's been in water cooling for a while, was that the 2012, 2013 standard? Ah, here comes thy piss.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
So that's why I don't think it's clogged. No. I feel like, I mean, the fluid's gross, but
maybe something with that one radiator, because it looks like nothing from here is gone, so.
I'm getting more of that weird suspicious red dye on me.
Yeah, that was one thing too, and shout out to the PC Bros YouTube channel. You can see a YouTube short of this getting cleaned initially when we brought it in. There was red dye everywhere. Should we be concerned? Oh.
I do have a weird theory. Maybe because they were using clear coolant, maybe there was dye at one point to test for a leak.
Maybe.
It's a really weird theory, but I would bet that maybe it had a leak or something, and there might still be like residual. Because hey, we've done liquid cooled loops before, and it's pretty much impossible to keep all liquid, you know, out of everything. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this pump off. I think that's blocked off.
It actually worked.
You ready? Open this up, see if it actually does what its job.
Release the valve.
Cool.
I guess it's blocked up on that other pump now.
It's not a performer, guys.
It's not a performer, that's all it's got.
I know the game plan. Here's what I want to do. I don't know how cost effective it's going to be, but I'm going to just drain everything. I'm going to see how much I can find a block for, because I would like to replace this because of the stress fractures. If it's too expensive though, not worth it. I will leave it. I don't care. All new tubing, same radiator. We'll leave this small one down here as well. Same reservoir, one new pump that's Molex powered, all new tubing. Pump will go down here. We're gonna get rid of this nastiness. We'll get stainless steel hose clamps for the whole rig, and I know at that point it'll work. I'm very confident. But once I drain it, we'll actually just literally try to blow through it and make sure that there's no obstructions in the loop. So let's keep draining.
Keep draining. And shout out to a upcoming sponsor, Bamboo Labs, for your X1 box being for our draining.
That's dangerous.
Okay, so made some progress here. We'll go over the pricing of what we're thinking for everything first, but we got that little extra radiator out, which basically, what do you think the point of that was?
You know, honestly, looking at the system now, I'm realizing whoever did all this just didn't know what they were doing. You know, we got loose screws in here. We had almost everything's being held in by zip ties, I realize. If you look at the reservoir, actually, and I'm trying to keep this, this red.
Zip ties.
Yeah, the reservoir is being held in by zip ties. This right here, that's not a hose clamp, that's a zip tie.
Oh, that's a freaking zip tie.
Yeah, half the loop was missing clamps. We obviously had, which that's one of the reasons I took that radiator out too. It was a different size fitting. So instead of getting like an adapter or even swapping the right size fittings on, they had literally a smaller size tubing going inside of this, which is like a big no-no. As of now, basically, this should be the new path of flow. So we're gonna get probably a new pump, and it's basically going to pull from the reservoir. It's gonna get sent through this is zip tied too. It's gonna get sent up through this hose here, go through our block, back through our GPU, and then this long hose here will go through the radiator. That's where all the cooling will happen, and then boom, goes right back into the reservoir. So it's not the most ideal path for flow, because you're basically having your coolant go through the hot GPU and then the CPU. But honestly, that's how a lot of people do custom loops if you don't want to have dual radiators, which them having that second radiator literally did nothing. It was in the path of the reservoir, so it made no sense. So this is gonna look a lot cleaner. It'll be pretty cost effective, I think, depending on how much the pump ends up costing. I'm still kind of researching what we should do for that. If we don't buy a pump, maybe $40 worth of stuff. So that's pretty good. If we do buy a pump, we might be looking like 60, 70. So I think 60, 70 bucks is pretty decent. And then I know Matt and I were talking about maybe doing either a 3 or a 6-pack of V-True ARGB fans, because that would look really cool. Replacing these front radiator fans with some red ones.
Which I don't think we even showed people what they are.
Oh yeah. Once again, yeah, not knowing what you're doing, right?
Can you get that fully off? So yeah, as you can tell, none of these fans are the same.
No. Oh yeah, check this out. We got a bread tie from Mom's Bread. She's been looking for that, little Timmy.
But yeah, look at all these different fans. So yeah, V-True pack, all that. We could be in, I mean, with the PC around like maybe $300 maybe, and
at that point, I'd be pretty comfortable. I'm gonna look at the block too, but I'm not too worried about it. But this is a really cool build, and for someone that imagine taking this home and being like, hey, I just bought this PC for $400 and it's a full custom loop. It's pretty cool still.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get there. It's probably gonna be the next day before we have another update, but we're at the stage now where we have an idea of what we're gonna do, and we're gonna order what we need. Look at all that gamer fuel, guys.
Yeah, so I said we were gonna go cheap, and well, you know, we like to do things right here. So we got a pack of hose clamps, some new fittings, some Permatex to actually seal everything. We got a new water pump, a new block, which surprisingly $15, pretty crappy, but I think it'll work fine. New tubing, and then this Corsair red liquid coolant, and that brings us out to $121. So we still got to think about the fans too, the V-True fans. So
we're gonna do 1 pack or 2 packs?
I don't know.
$30 a pop, $60 there. This thing, again, it's going to be a great price at PC Bros. Regardless of what we're spending here to make it right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great price at PC Bros, but Hey, we're turning this $150 custom loop we bought into, well, what would it be at this point now? About $330, $350 total.
Yeah, which is starting to get a little bit expensive, but I'd rather a customer get a piece that's like gonna work and that we feel good about selling.
So let's get her fixed up. All right, guys, it's been a couple days. Jackson has tore apart this thing. You saw a couple of clips of us basically figure out what we wanted to get to fix it. It required us buying a decent amount of stuff on Amazon, but everything is here, and we're gonna make this thing look brand new.
I think we actually put more into the parts than we actually paid for the PC. So first we're gonna be decking this thing out with V-True fans. So all red LED fans, gonna look really sick. We got some Corsair red liquid coolant. We have a new pump that's just gonna run on Molex. We got lots of actual stainless steel hose clamps. We got some new stainless steel fittings. We have a new block because that one that's cracked, I said we could probably just run it, but we might as well just completely fix it. And then tubing, of course.
So yeah, it's gonna be really easy. Do you remember the cost that we're in on this, like all in all now? $350-ish. $350-ish will probably be the best guess for this. Obviously, price to performance. It's an older Titan card, it's an older i7, but for the sake of content, guys, we're bringing this old thing back to life, ladies and gentlemen. It started at $150, it's gonna be at $350-ish, and we'll get her there, and I'm excited to see the red coolant and everything flow, and shouldn't be too bad of a build. We'll make this look all right, and let's dive right into it.
Alright guys, we are playing Overwatch 2.0 and we are currently at 1080p. We do have the custom render scale set to 100%, so noted downscaling maximum frame rate of 300 at medium settings.
Medium settings.
And so far we're looking pretty dang good.
Yeah, definitely older hardware, but the Titan, again, can still play games. It doesn't have driver support or anything like that, but on this configuration, you can see how chilly that Titan and i7 are running in this custom loop.
And this goes to show too, we literally were getting asked this morning on stream, how long do certain hardware specs last? And this card was $1,000 when it came out, and it's not terrible still. 2011. Sensitivity's so low on this mouse.
Oh no.
Oh no! Mara, keep me alive. We're definitely, I like how me and the healer are just playing separate. We're playing our own game. Oh my god. Get out of here, Bob. You guys are standing in front of Bob. Oh god, I'm being shot from behind. Oh god.
Oh no.
Whoa. Who does she think she is pulling me away like that? Yeah, I'm gonna get your girl's healer. How does it feel? Oh god. Oh god. No, please don't die, tank. You've died too many times. No.
You're done.
This is it. Oh my god, I can't reach them.
Oh, they ran away.
Butt. I ain't dying today, chat. Whoever's watching this live.
Chat.
No. Oh, they have a diva now? Oh, I'm gonna get rained down. I can't heal this fast, please.
Oh, yes. Mess him up.
How did he die?
And just like they're gonna get that victory.
Oh my god, why did Maga run off point?
Wow, that just went downhill real quick.
Actually, no, that was McCree. Overwatch is actually pretty good.
Next game. Play of the game, hold up.
Yup, and then we ult right here. And then I hit some people. Oh yeah. Oh, yes. Very good, very good. Next game.
All right, gamers, we are in good old Fortnite. I saw this Zach partied with you. I was like, hold up. DX11 performance settings, far readiness and slow textures. This will definitely put a little strain on the i7 2600. As we can see, we're already at like 90% usage on that thing. We're going back and forth, but there is a slight CPU bottleneck here, but we'll see how it settles out. Obviously, we're not running like performance settings. We could get more performance out of it, but just curious to see what Fortnite can do.
You're done. You're done. Sensitivity is so low.
It is really low.
Yeah, we always say it'll balance out, but usually on these, like, anything older than like 8th gen, they usually don't really settle down these days.
Kind of is what it is. By the way, if you guys would rather see in Fortnite benchmarks, there is the reload mode. The only issue with reload is squads only. I've played it a couple times. It's fun, but if you are solo, you do not get to reload. You just die. But I could always try benchmarking that a little bit. It'll get a little better. I would say this would definitely be cap at like 75 FPS maybe. Just like the microplastics. Gunshot. Up. They're really running. Okay. Whoop. Oh, they healed. I was playing around too much.
Do they just punch you? Oh, they have the fist. Dang.
I'm sorry I wasn't nice to you.
Please be nice to me.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, guys, Fortnite, it's smoothed out a lot. It's running fine. DX11 performance settings, getting 100 FPS, few dips here and there, but honestly, better performance than I expected from this GTX Titan and 2nd Gen i7. But hey, we built the custom loop. We're going to run our 3D Mark time spy score, see what kind of score we can get, and just kind of talk about this PC as a whole, because again, we put more money into it than we initially paid, but I think it turned out really cool, and for the price that we put into it, I think it's a cool piece of tech. Let's go and run that benchmark and wrap this video up real quick.
Well, guys, we actually managed to finish this custom loop, and it actually looks really good. It's crazy to think that this thing's been in operation for probably over 10 years, and it finally is done properly, and the temps actually spoke for themselves as well as the gaming performance.
Hey, I'm over here. And the other benchmarks we ran are as follows. We ran 3D Mark Time Spy, our normal benchmark that we use on all our PCs, and got a score of 3,047, which is an 11 cent per point score for the $350 price point. Not too bad considering it is a custom loop. And then we also ran Apex Legends, just another game that we could get installed on this PC and got 60 plus FPS on low settings 1080p. While yes, it is aging hardware, it was still cool that we picked this up for 150 bucks at PC Bros, and we made a fun video of reviving this custom loop that was once top of the line back in the day. But let me know what you think of this build down below. Would you have done anything different for this custom loop? And if you want to buy a PC, go to PCBros.tech. This one will be local only, so if you're interested in it, it'll be for sale at PCBros.tech. But yeah, let us know what you think of this video in the comments down below.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Like Matt said, this build right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech, and it'll actually be a local only. That means it's going to be a really good deal, and on top of that, you guys can come in and actually check out the store and all the great products we have to offer.
As long as this video releases the day I think it's going to, which is this week, we're running a special discount. I'm not going to say what the code is. We're going to put it right here once we confirmed it. Go to the website, buy a PC today. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.